Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I miss you. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to start our morning with a story called Where the Wild Things Are. The author and the illustrator is Maurice Sendak. Remember, the author is the person who writes the words and the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures. In this story, we're going to hear about a little boy named Max, and Max has a problem, and we're going to read and find out what happens with his problem and how it goes away at the end of the story. So Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. He doesn't look too happy, does he? Oops. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. How cool would that be? And grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and the day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus begin. Ooh, that's a new word, rumpus. Rumpus means a loud, noisy disturbance. So he's saying, let the rumpus begin. So all the wild things are going to make lots of noise. On the next couple of pictures, there aren't words I'm going to be reading. So in your head, I want you to think about what a rumpus would sound like. How would these wild things sound? Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Where do you think Max was going? Let's see. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. And that's the end of Where the Wild Things Are. Max had quite an adventure. Remember when we have a pretend story, we call it fiction. Fiction means a pretend story, it's fake. So this book was a fiction story. Max was the main character. The wild things were other characters. And the setting of the story was pretty much outside, except for at the beginning and the end when Max was at home. I hope you enjoyed this book. I hope you guys are doing okay. And I will be here reading you another story tomorrow. Love you. Bye.